going up in distance. Like when we're doing active rest stuff, we actually did this set, the one that's on the top right this week. If you're doing an active rest set, you're doing a pace set, and you only bump the interval up by just a little bit, you're not going to get as much of a kind of a reaction from that. You might as well not bump it up at all. So the sets on the right, the first one is really kind of that's exactly what we did. But if you feel like, that's pretty easy on the end, you don't really want to go on 150, then, that tells you that you should probably just start it on 120, do it on 120, 130, 140. But contrasting with the next slide, when you're working through the set, kind of like every fourth fast, every third fast, and you're working up in an interval, if you only bump it up 5, it's like the athletes just aren't going to feel it. Whereas if you're working on the way down, kind of an endurance set, if you bump it 10, it's way too much. It's either going to be too easy on the top end, and then kind of like some of the slides at the beginning with the 400s, they're going to go too fast. It's going to be they're going to kind of go too hard. And then they're not going to really be able to descend because their heart rate is just going to be like, it's been going like pretty hard for the whole set. By the time they get to the 110, there's really nowhere to go. So, coming down by 5 seconds, I think is really the move. So, instead of going 30, 20, 10, I'd start at 20. And if they can't start at 20, then you make the decision. Okay, well then that's what we got to start at 25. If it's really going to be too much at the beginning of the set, start at 20. It's probably going to be too much at the end of the set to finish at 10. So we can move to 25 to 15.